Okay, for some reason I couldn't hear the end part. Let me see. Can I hear this? I'm guessing maybe you guys can't hear me either, huh? Let me see here. Audio. There we go. It's a problem. Chat. Speaker. AirPods. All right, now you should be able to hear me if you couldn't hear me before. I don't know what the deal was, but for some reason when it switched over to my AirPods, everything else stopped working. What the hell? Hello? No. Am I coming through on this? All right, play. Hello. Okay, all right. Yeah, now I'm coming through. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know why my earpods aren't connecting right. Oh well, screw it. I just listened to through the computer. Hi Kara. Yeah, I got your DMs. Thank you, by the way. Seriously. I would miss a lot if it wasn't for you and several others in my DM. So thank you. And I also want to give wait a minute. Let me see something here. I'm gonna get right into it, but I just want to do one thing here quick, real. I got to get ready for work too, so I'm going to be getting ready and shit. And as we do this, I wasn't going to stream. I wanted to, but I knew I was going to be cutting it close, and I was running late. And then I listened to part of that stream, and I'm like, I think I can do it. Okay. So I want to thank someone for a PayPal, and apologize for not texting back. I know it sounds like a bullshit excuse and everything. It's just, I'm not used to being this busy, and I'm not a very good steward of prioritizing my time. I'm really not. I need to get better at this. And I know this. But I want to apologize for not getting back to you sooner in DMs and stuff, or saying anything or thanking you. Because I didn't see it until I didn't see the PayPal until like maybe, it wasn't yesterday. I think it was the night before. So, but I want to thank you for the PayPal. I'm just going to give the initials of SM. She'll know who she is. And no, it's not Steve McRae, it's a she. But I don't know if she wants to be outed or whatever. Is sending me a PayPal. So just in case, I'm going to say that if she tells me she wants to be outed, and I'll gladly do it, or she can out herself if she's around. That's why anonymity is important to me for others. If they, I'm not sure where they stand on it. But anyway. So let's see here. Hey, Reagan. Hi, Kara. Hey, Mama 3. Hey, Animal Lover. The Butterfly Den. Mandy. Hey, Autistic Chill. Hi, Steffi. Hey, Heather. Hey, Reagan. Hey, Rhonda Smith. Yes, yeah. No, but those are her initials. It's not sadomasochism, I swear. And if it were sadomasochism, that bitch better give me more than. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna commentate on screen, and I know I'm not gonna cover it all in right now as I'm getting ready for work, but then that just means that we get to break this into 2 streams. But I don't really think any of it can be afforded to be skipped because wow, and here's the thing, like. I know that we're all hypocrites at times. I'm definitely no exception to that. And I know that we all bitch about the very same things that we do, which, is hypocrisy, really, by definition. I know this, and we all do this to various degrees at various times in our lives for whatever reason. I get this. Usually, though, after the fact, most people, when it's pointed out to them, can see it. Or even better, they'll see it themselves without it being pointed out. It's rarely that someone will have it pointed out and they're just so fucking blind to it, or they double down, or they're so insistent, or just refuse to see it, whatever. Those are the people who I think just really most of us find frustrating. And it's okay. I know we've all been that person too, to various degrees. I mean, we're all human. We all do the same shit that we bitch about in other people. Bottom line, okay, we do. The trick though is to realizing this. That's all. And yeah, we don't realize it when it's happening. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. It's always after the fact. But that's okay. That's okay. so long as you do it after the fact. And it's been like 10 months and this chick still ain't doing it. That's what I find frustrating. Okay. Like even I think even to some degree, Katie Joy will realize this or see this. She'll never admit it, which is also the second part of the battle. But like, I think she sees it, but it's like this chick doesn't even see it. And who I'm talking about, of course, is Nonsense. She did a stream yesterday where she's just oblivious to her existence or something, I guess. I don't know. But here we go. Let me check chat and then we're going to get started. Hey, Mousy Files. Hey, Al Capone. Hi. Hey, Just Me, Heather. Hey, OH. What's up? What's up? Okay. So, oh, wait. Is Claire streaming right now? Oh, shit. I really got to check that more often. I really, really do. I'm horrible about that. Like, no one's obligated to refrain from streaming so while someone else is streaming. I get that. There's no obligation there. But I do feel like it's proper etiquette sometimes, especially if it's someone you're friends with, you know. But other than that, and I think that that's a personal choice. Other than that, really, stream whatever the fuck you can. We all got busy lives, you know. She's almost done. Okay, oh, I really got to check that. Okay. I'll talk to her. I got to get back to her anyways. I think she asked me about Mayhem or something on Friday, which I don't think I can do because I have to work Friday night. I can do it Saturday night, though. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. That's my stream. I need her stream. Okay. You guys can hear it, okay?
Brenda. Hope Secco. Whoops, it just skipped. Was that Justice again? Oh, BR1. I started editing part 6 of this series. Y'all, there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about and like openly have a discussion about because
open my ass.
I've been really trying in this docu-series to keep my personal.
All right, that sounded poor. Open my ass. I probably should have worded it that way, but yeah. I was just gonna say my ass it's open, but there's really no way to word that.
Feelings in check, but there's some things that I need to say outwardly. And I have a tendency, most of you kind of probably picked up on this. So when I get myself into a situation like this, where I see something so clearly and we're going to get into like specifics of it. I have a hard time.
Well, you know, I'm sorry. I could stop this like every 5 seconds and make a comment. I'm going to try not to. I want to just stick to the more important things. But sometimes it's just so easy. Like, really, are you really going to get into it? Because you always say you are, but you never do. In fact, you say you're going to get into it and then you just avoid it.
I'm just like moving on, right? I take it on as it's my duty to lay it out so people can easily see, because so many times, and Uni, prime example, and I name names. Hey, Periwinkle. Just call you Brie. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's just a little shirt. Just a whole lot that I carry on my shoulders. And I try to like.
What shoulders? Now you lying. Come on now.
Maneuver and get it out in the most appropriate fashion, because anytime I say anything, hey Les, anytime I say anything with emotion behind it, people take and run with it. I cannot, like, the microscope that I've been under for the last 10, 11 months has been intense. Anything I say is twisted into something that's not. So I have no problem saying what I have to say ever. But I've been trying to separate the personal attacks that have been going on and just getting the facts out there. It gets a little hard. Part 6, part 5 starts to get a little hard because I don't tend to sit back and just let pieces of shit call me random names on the internet all along for no reason. How
are you going to stop that though? Like, seriously, whether they're a piece of shit or not, just how are you going to stop anyone from calling you names on the internet? So, I mean, it amazes me how there are people in this world who think that there's a way in which to control the narrative about them on the fucking internet. And they feel like they're entitled to do that. And it's crazy. Like, no.
There's a lot of things that happen here that are, I don't even know how to say it. This is a community thing, but this isn't just within this part of YouTube, but this is the same exact downfalls that you've watched Creep Show Art. Katie Joy, same type of things. The abuse of power.
I love that she's finally putting herself in the same group as these people, though. Yeah.
The weaponizing of their subs, weaponizing of smaller channels, the punching down to smaller channels. And then as soon as somebody speaks out against a bigger creator, we're just for the purpose of what this is, we'll call it that. But they try to cancel you as soon as, hey, heels, hey, Bama, I hope you're feeling better, Bama. They continue to show themselves, and it's just a cycle. But you can take the very same situation, similar pieces with the Creep Show Art, Illuminati, and apply it to Molly Golightly, Uni. They're not much different. The characteristics, and it's a bigger platform, like they have more subs. But
I'm
it's the same thing.
Okay, see, all right. Now, I don't know how many of you have been paying attention to the Illuminati drama or whatever. It's been going on for a while now, though, like maybe a month or more. I'm going to say that it's not the same because Illuminati wasn't a drama channel. She wasn't a commentary channel. She is a channel that exposes like MLMs and other like predatory organizations or groups, established groups of people or whatever, or actual like entities. Or like movements or whatever. Like she never went after anyone on YouTube out of spite or drama or whatever. She did that elsewhere, it seems, yes. But her YouTube channel has been only, from what I can see, has been professional, where everything else has been for the personal, So she's managed to keep the shit separate, where everyone else that she's mentioned didn't. They enmeshed the two. In fact, I would say that their channels existed for the personal more than anything else, even if they say that they claim otherwise. So, I mean, like, it sounds like Illuminati may very well be a piece of shit. Like, okay, I will be sure to not collaborate with her or befriend her or whatever, like as if that would ever happen. But still, I'll be sure not to do that. But I'm sorry. I still watch her content because I didn't come here for her. I didn't come to her channel for her. I don't care. I know nothing. I knew nothing about her before this, and I was perfectly content with that being the case. Now it seems I know everything about her because of the drama. Whatever. It doesn't change the fact of why I came to her channel. This is exactly what I mean by take what you want and leave the rest. Because I don't know. I don't know. Just it's her content I gave a shit about, not her fucking life.
Use their subs. They weaponize their subs. They get caught up. They start trolling themselves. They pay people to do their dirty work. It's the same playbook. And guess what? Uni's no different. Uni just has never elevated to that level because Uni's annoying. I hate to say it. Uni is not.
I gotta differ there. I mean, Uni, yeah, she's not some huge channel. He doesn't have the numbers like, Katie Joy or whatever. But Uni, fucking love him or hate him, man. He's been around on these platforms for quite a while. He's existed on YouTube, still getting sure, I think most channels maybe possibly grow more than he has. I think he's been a very slow growth. But his previous channel, like his initial channel, had like 30,000 subs. So he's done this already. Not done it in, to a succession point like she's talking, but he's already surpassed where he's at now. And he's, like it or not, he has been building up to that point again until just recently. So, I mean, yeah, he's on a smaller scale than Katie Joy, but don't underestimate him, man. He's been around this platform longer than anyone else involved here, I think. And he knows probably more about a lot of shit than anyone realizes. But definitely, he definitely doesn't know as much as he thinks he does. That's for damn sure.
How do I put this nicely? Uni is not palatable. Like, he is not somebody that a lot of people can watch. They see it for what it is and they're like, okay, this guy is full of shit. But he draws in a very specific audience. It's the same as the people that are on the other side of him. Same type of BS, abuse of power. But I want to talk about something, because this is something that between part 5 and part 6, I need to unload some of this, because it's not my weight to carry. First of all, I have never been attacked and lied on to the extent I have in the last 11 months. That gets to be a little bit scary at times. And it feels,
you don't like it, then get the fuck off of YouTube and stop doing the same shit to everyone else that you don't want done to you. You know, I'm not saying people deserve it. They should have known better. They caused it. They had it coming. But if that's your concern, you want to act like that's your main concern, that you are some victim to these kinds of offenses, then stop doing the things that incite them so much.
It's very targeted. And I start mentioning people like around uni, such as Navy. Well, then I obviously plucked somebody, because once again, I got a message. Oh, I'm faking my pacemaker. You dumb ass. Like, how is that
a fucking pacemaker? Stop
okay,
it.
you can see it in my chest. Like, they just start attacking stupid shit. And they try to distract and deflect, and they just try to go all of this way. But I
just had a really petty comment come to mind. I'm not going to say it, though. Maybe I will towards the end of the stream if she makes me mad. I don't know.
Obviously upset somebody, but I'm going to upset a lot more of you. If that upset you, of showing the pattern of Uni's not alone in this bullshit, we're going to go through and you're going to be upset. It's just what it is. It's not my problem. Uni took his subs and the channels that he associates and weaponized them, trying to destroy my channel. And I'm going to show you. Oh, yeah, the truth. Oh, yeah, they've just hit an all-time low. But
what the fuck did you think was going to happen? I mean, you were all on board and supportive of him doing that same exact shit to Molly. You were ready to lead the charge with him. And now you're fucking offended that he's doing it, that he's apparently doing it to you too. What did you think? I mean, I'm pretty sure that maybe some people might have warned y'all of this, you know, like, hey, if you're fine with him doing it to one person, you should know it's only a matter of time before it comes down to you. But I mean, who the fuck am I, right? I don't know. Maybe that grain of salt was fucking too big or something.
The other thing that really pisses me off is the people condoning the people around him that are just, oh my God.
That was you.
It took me months of saying things out loud and them trying to silence me for me to be able to actually.
Seriously, all right. I have a challenge for people if they want to prove me wrong here or something. I wonder if we all just look back into UniRock's live streams from I don't know, August until the JLR letter became a thing. If we all just went and looked at his live stream chats and just take note of the times nonsense is in the live stream chat, and take note of the number of times she spoke up against what UniRock was saying and or doing. Like, how many times did that happen? I want to know. Okay. Because if it didn't happen in live stream chat, then that means it happened elsewhere, which would mean, I don't know, his Discord. She was could have likely been a member of his Discord and had private conversations with him on the reg. Or maybe it happened on phone calls or group text or something, right? Because if it didn't happen in his live stream chats, then it happened in private, which means she's definitely been close to UniRock than she's been willing to admit. So I want to hear her make this claim again, though, so I have it right.
The people around him that are just like him. It took me months of saying things out loud and them trying to silence me for me to be able to actually say, okay, no, this is what it is.
So there should be months of her saying these things out loud and then attempting to be silenced, whatever. There should be months of her saying these things, speaking up against Uni out loud in the live stream chats. If it's not there, then it must have happened in private, which maybe she should start coming clean about just how close she and UniRock were and how often they work together, possibly. You know? I mean, you talk about transparency and shit.
And we're going down this road. And I'm going to historialize it, Uni's words, so everybody knows who he is. He will not, and I repeat, he will not find himself in the same position in another community. And that will be for sure. Because people will start to see who he is. It's a pattern of behavior. He is the same as the people he surrounds himself with. The same. That's why he used me for months.
Because
it has been, oh, I'm so sorry.
Did you fucking hear her say that? No.
People will start to see who he is. It's a pattern of behavior. He is the same as the people he surrounds himself with. The same. That's why he used me for months.
Maybe I was wrong about that self-reflection comment I made in the beginning.
Husband, oh, I'm so sorry, Obama. I know how that feels. Hey, villainess. Oh, Obama. Girl. That shit. Oh, they don't piss me off, but it's became so personal directed. So in part 6, just to give you guys an overview of where I'm coming from, part 6, I'm clipping through so many videos. But one part in his video that I didn't even know happened, Uni and Navy are on chat, or in Navy's on panel with Uni or whatever. They're doing a live stream and they're discussing all of this stuff. And he's gaslighting the crap out of his subs. And he's going through my video, which they completely twisted and turned. And then they tried to tell everybody, oh, it was just Navy wanting to react. I don't give a shit if it was Navy wanting to react. I don't give two shits. Navy completely intentionally missed the point on purpose. It is what it is.
Oh no,
that's on Navy. But then
are the rose-colored glasses finally off of Nonsense's face for Navy there? Oh, because I mean, she really was going for him there for a while, right? Now what? Now she's coming at him instead of going for him. Oh.
They demanded a response from me. They thought that I owed it to them, that I owed them some sort of respect or demand. And then those two mofos sat there and decided, meanwhile, they're on panel, they start talking about their messaging. You can tell they're messaging. He's like, check this Discord, whatever. And they're like making a plan of how to proceed. And the motherfuckers flat out say, oh, let's wait for Menace to do his video. Well, they didn't say video. Let's let Menace do his thing. And then we'll address it after. Okay. They intentionally set up these lies. Granted, Menace was busy with the family issue, so he didn't drop his video until May 13th. But still, this was all a targeted attack. All because I called Uni out on safety concerns of other women and dangerous behavior within the community. These are abuse of power. This is abuse of their subs.
Yo, when the fuck did she do that? I gotta go back. I gotta look at chat here for a second. When did she call out UniRock for the abusive practice or safety concerns of women and something or other? Like, she even know what the fuck she said there? I'm not sure I know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't really like this. Oh, well. Okay.
This is abuse. Narcissistic abuse, if you ask me. I'm not diagnosing anybody, but hey, call a spade, and it is what it is. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Texas Tiff. Hey, y'all. It's good to see so many of you. It's just crazy, but let's look at this. I want to share this with you guys. This is from Psych Central. 5 ways narcissists project an attack.
Oh, Christ, here we go.
I'm going to read it off my phone because I need glasses and I'm blind. So there's that.
I don't know why, but I just find it especially annoying. And I know I've done it, but I don't care. I annoyed myself doing it. When a YouTuber will pull up whatever like psych article, not even a paper or anything, it's just an article that supports their narrative and talks about it as if they know all about it now that they read the article. I'm sorry. I think I'm being petty here, and I probably am being a bit of a hypocrite here right now, but I'm finding it especially annoying. I don't know. And I have to move this, so you might hear noise here for a second, because I don't want you guys to have to listen to the curling iron. Move the fan a little bit. There. Yes, I'm blowing on the microphone. Okay. Yeah, this should be better.
But then I'm going to address some more things. And this doesn't just apply to Uni. This applies to Molly. This applies to many people within these communities, not just at our level. I'm a tiny baby channel over here. But the truth threatens these people. The truth continues to, is this new? No, it was from April.
See, and normally when I hear people say that, and my first thought is, you know, because I like to give the benefit of the doubt. So my first thought is usually, well, maybe they just don't realize that the truth can be subjective. Maybe they're just not realizing that the other person's not being nefarious or whatever by their disagreement or by, you know, believing something else. They just don't realize that it's because, you know, of our own subjectiveness that we see things the way we see things. But no, she's straight up lying. She's been denying facts this whole fucking time.
Heels in the air. I'm going through to finish my series out. The piece of part 6 is actually from, hold on, let me tell you. I was clipping it last night.
I got a call.
Nope, that's not it. Hold on. I think it's from May 1st. Hold on.
What I noticed about Betty.
I just want to say right now too, I am nowhere near like knowledge, I don't know, educated or informed on matters of doing makeup or hair. So anything you see me doing on here, do not do it. And there's no need to leave me comments either, because I know, I just don't care. If the end result is satisfactory, then I'm satisfied. So just don't do what I do. I give no advice. In fact, the advice I give is to not do what I do and don't watch me, or, you know, just don't pay attention really. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
The songs and you'd be like,
it's between May 1st and 3rd. I don't remember which one it is. I have it in my thing, but I can't find it. I have so many things, but it's just in the pattern of things. But they intentionally weaponize other channels to do their bidding and try to destroy and discredit me. Guess who also tried to do that? That's why they tried to claim that I was Katie for the longest time, because they wanted to destroy and discredit me. Besides a few similarities with the way we talk, because I'm from the Midwest, she's from Minnesota, I was from North Dakota. Besides that, there is no similarities between me and Katie Joy. I mean, you can go through and find some, but I am nothing like her. Nowhere close. But that's how they move, because
you are, though. You really fucking are. And at the very least, what you should not choose to ignore is, even if you don't think you are, you should know that there's a hell of a lot of people who have seen you who think you are. So for whatever reason, right or wrong, there are people that are watching you, that you are addressing, that think you are just like Katie Joy. Even if you think they're wrong, you should actually ask yourself, why is it that they think that? Because we're not convincing ourselves here. Like, there's actual fucking examples people have and do give. You might want to just ask yourself why that is people think that, why you're giving this impression, why you're affecting people the way you are. Even if you don't think you are, you should acknowledge that they do. They think you are.
they want to discredit people. They want to try to use the easy way. And then when that doesn't go, then they continue these bullshits of the email games, the troll games. They create fake profiles to troll themselves and do things to themselves and then claim it's somebody else doing it. This is happening at every level on YouTube. It's absolutely disturbing, to be honest. So let's look at this for a minute, though, because this is something that I found really interesting. So one of the first things, number one, is calling you things that you are not. Hold on, let me scroll over here.
Oops. Scammer? Let
me get you to the right spot. Calling you things that you are not. A classic example.
Like calling someone a scammer, a fraud, a tragedy pimp, you know, like that. Is that what you mean?
You're cheating on me when you're not. But you can bet they're cheating on you. Or you're selfish because you don't want to do what I'm asking you to do. They were demanding that I responded to certain people that I owe nothing to.
Nobody demanded anything of you.
You only think about yourself.
Where's this demand come from? No one has demanded. No one has any right to demand anything from you. Nor would they. They are more than happy to give their opinion and make suggestions or whatever, or say what you should do. But this is not a demand. Just because someone is telling you you might want to consider something other than what you're considering, it's not demanding anything of you. It's looking out or just trying to point out how wrong you are.
Meanwhile, they are the ones who constantly make up excuses, break promises, are unreliable, think only about themselves, or compete with you. There has been a nonstop competition just using the Uni thing. I started coming live and I just fit it into my daily schedule. It worked for me because that's when my girls were gone. Now summer is here, so it's all over.
Nobody's fucking competing with you. In fact, she's coming up. I watched like the first 20 minutes of this or so. She's going to soon complain about how UniRock went live or whatever at the same time she did or shit like that. This sounds to me like you looked at him as competition. Now you're bitching about having to compete with competition. That's what it sounds like. Nobody's fucking competing with you, nonsense. I assure you, no one is fucking competing with you.
Over the place.
Yeah.
But Uni intentionally moves his time that he would go live to the exact same time. Or what he would do is I would schedule my live within minutes. He would schedule his live or come live as soon as I was live. I actually have videos of him throwing a fit because both me and Molly were live at the same time and he was live. And how dare we? And I will show that in part 6 too. Just insane. Not only that, they will forget all the things that you have already done for them. Interesting how I let that motherfucker use my content for months when he had no other end to it. Okay. In their eyes, they are entitled to your...
What do you mean you let him use your content? Because your shit falls under fair use. You don't have the power or the ability to let anyone use anything. Unless you guys had a friendship and it was just, common proper etiquette to say, hey, do you mind if I use this, even though you don't have to, it's not obligated of you. And you said, sure, go ahead. I mean, I can't think of any other way she would have let him use anything because there was no need. There was no place for having to let, unless it was common proper etiquette amongst friends, right? I don't know.
Resources, time, money, and energy. And you are aggressing against them when you won't, can't, and don't give them what they want. They will not reciprocate unless there is some reason for them to. They will use various manipulation and abuse tactics like name calling, mocking, bullying, triangulation, minimizing, character defamation, berating feelings, trolling, obscuring the issue, deflecting, gaslighting, guilt tripping, provoking, unreasonable criticism, nitpicking, or plain verbal abuse to make you feel bad you didn't give in to their demands.
I'm suddenly reminded of that when she said to Veda, and all you do is sit up there looking like Tube Top Tammy, you fucking fool. That's what comes to, and the punchable face thing, that for me, that comes to mind too.
Who does that sound like?
Who does that sound like?
Hey, B-Fergs. Hey, Trio Monkey. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Becca. Hey, everybody. Good Laura. It's good to see all you guys. But who does that sound like? Molly, Uni. I mean, the list goes on. These people are all the same. They do the same things. They move the same ways. Right? It's crazy. Okay, let's continue to go. That's just number 1. Oh, wait, we're not even done with number 1 yet. If it's not you, there's always someone else. Look at how horrible this other person is. And do you know what this person did? Look back to part number 5 when Uni threatened that he was going to expose all my evidence he had from Facebook. Bitch, buckle up. You have no idea who you messed with this time. Because unlike the tactics that you use to try and shut other people up, they will never work with me. I have dealt with narcissistic abuse for a lot.
Uni, the dude has, I don't know if he's legitimately fought with, but I think he's possibly legitimately sparred with anyway, some of the people involved in the whole QAnon phenomenon. And you think you're going to be the end all for Uni. Like, oh my God, please, girl, please. Like, Katie Joy hasn't even been able to snuff out this rat. Like, you think you're going to come in and do it? Please.
Out of my life. And I'm not about to deal with a gaslighting, manipulative, misogynistic prick at this point in time in my life, especially a stranger on the internet. It's just not going to happen. Meaning, forget about me and my shortcomings. Let's find somebody else with flaws and talk about them. That way, in their mind, we don't have to think about my shortcomings, or we will have to come to a conclusion that I'm great by default because everyone else is so horrible. I mean, could you say it any better? Number 2, grandiosity, mimicking and exaggeration. Narcissists think that they are super ultra turbo mega special, that they deserve exceptional treatment, or that they are justified in hurting others. They have grandiose goals and exaggerate their achievements.
So you were justified in coming after Molly and hurting Molly and having a hand in her channel and shit being taken down. That was justified. That was righteous. But how dare UniRock come for you and your channel, right? Because that you're no, because he's not justified, right? I mean, he's about as justified as you were, which, and I'm of the belief that neither one of you were really justified. You report to TOS if you see an issue. That's what you do. You don't fucking be turned to vigilante justice here. You know, I get social media, but come on now, enough.
To appear more impressive and more superior.
Wow.
Well, there. Huh. Huh. Okay. As a result, they may take upon other people's character traits and achievements. I mean, like service medals. I don't know what you're talking about, but this originates from a place of envy and self.
You take credit for like exposing scammers. You're out here being a voice for the victim so no one gets scammed again or whatever. How to say it not overinflating like any accolades you think you deserve and or possibly have.
I'm not even going to attempt that one because I butcher it every time. You guys see it on the screen. I know my shortcomings, and sometimes words are not my friends. Often to the degree of mimicking, plagiarizing, stealing, and being a fraud, all while defaming and belittling others. This is meant to destroy the credibility of their victims while appearing to be more competent themselves. This provides a handy distraction from what is really going on. Let's think about it. I all of a sudden became the biggest dry beggar on the internet. I all of a sudden became a malicious liar when I've not lied to anybody about anything. There's just no need for it. We're way too old for that bullshit.
You did.
All of these things. Think about what has been done. And I'm just using the uni example. You could apply this to Molly. You can apply this to so many people that we deal with in this environment. This is another weird form of protection.
Again, like this is what drives me nuts. Okay, like she says, I've had so many people like tell me I'm lying or whatever. People, what if for a second people weren't like intentionally just calling you a liar for no reason? Like, what if people are under the impression that you lied because of how they're seeing things or because of something they know that you don't or whatever, for whatever logical, understandable reason? It's just a reason, though, that escapes you at this moment. Because here's my problem with this. I have offered to have a chat with Nonsense like numerous times. More times than I care to count. And she's either flat out ignored it or she's come out and said, you know, yeah, when hell freezes over kind of thing. She's mostly ignored it, though. So that tells me that she doesn't care. And because for all she knows, I could think the things I think because, you know, because of my own subjectiveness, and she's just not aware of this right now. She's not trying. She doesn't care to make any kind of effort to exhaust any possibility here. She's just convinced herself that I am this nefarious figure who's out to undermine her, but I'm not. I could give two shits about her. This isn't about her.
Action where they see something they admire in someone, be it actually admirable or just a status symbol, and then instead of actually working on achieving it, they simply claim they already have or that they are entitled to it, usually simply by saying it with confidence and conviction. Consequently, as they claim that the positive traits, achievements, and characteristics of others, they discard their own negative features onto their victims. They may or may not be aware that it is happening, but it is happening nevertheless. Whoops, I missed a part. The whole process requires a lot of delusion, pretending, and deception. Sadly, many people fall for that, and they see the narcissist as a wonderful and amazing human being that they present themselves as. Yet, in actuality, they are light years from. Can I get a name? I mean, did they write this about him? Please pause for 30 minutes. I probably won't be here very long.
I'm kind of curious how many YouTubers it is that exhibit these traits themselves, but will sit here on YouTube and read them off against someone else. Like Katie Joy has done this more times than I care to count. Like really, it's funny. I don't know.
Kenzie's gonna go live. Actually, Kenzie hasn't been feeling good, but she needs a dose of this. Oh, devious hugs. Devious, by the way, too, I've been wanting to tell you, like, I don't come in your chat and tell you that, but the reason I am quiet, I watch a lot of your stuff, but a lot of your chat hates my guts. And every time I like say hi, there's this air of insanity. So, and everybody has to tell you how much they hate me. So I always feel it causes such a side.
I have to turn my camera off for a minute because I have to reach in back for something, and I'm not wearing. I'm wearing like really small shorts, so I have to. Damn it! Turn off. Here, okay. I'm gonna let it play.
Guideline thing. So I just lurk from the bushes, but just know that I appreciate you, and I'm so glad that you have been able to navigate through all of the stuff you have. Hey, Jen's mom. Hey, Army Tinker's wife. Hey, y'all. Okay, let's go back to it. But like seriously, this shit is just preemptive strike. Whenever a narcissist person feels threatened, they will call you the things that they themselves are as or are afraid that others will see them as. And then they will try to stalk you, slander you, or discredit you.
What are you doing right now? Like, seriously. Am I the only one who sees this shit?
Huh?
I can't be, right?
They will try to sabotage and destroy you. Shocker. They will start a smear campaign and attempt a character assassination. Well, shit, oh dear. It's been non-stop character assassination for the last 11 months of complete random strangers on the internet.
What the fuck do you call what you fucking riled up and orchestrated and then threw at Letitia for 10 months? What the fuck do you call that?
I know some of the people in my comment section, and the insanity and the person that they've tried to make me become. Again, Uni used me for 11 months, but up until the last month, I was this extraordinary truth teller. He thought so highly of me. By the way, if you missed Burnt Toast Live, there was some interesting things that were said yesterday. But one thing I noticed was Tiger Talks did a video, and Burnt Toast was mentioned 120 times in one video. I went and looked at a couple of them myself. You want to talk about creepy? Go search nonsense on some of his transcripts. It's disgusting. And then to now see that he's using it, but
pick any of the months in the past 10 months, or out of any of the past 10 months up until like April, maybe. Pick any one of those months and just add up the number of times she said fucking Molly in her transcripts. Like, seriously. And that's just when she said the word Molly, not when she said like Mooly or Moose Knuckle or her or she. Okay, just when she said Molly.
Using me as trying to destroy me because I called him out on his poor behavior, gave him many opportunities to correct his poor behavior, to redo it, but he continued. Okay, let's continue. In their mind, frighteningly, you have become their mortal enemy. I'm going to play you a clip from last night. This is from Burnt Toast. This is, what did I save it? I might have just sent it to the girls. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, I'll just play it from her message. Hold on.
So toxic and toxic, right? Hey, nonsense.
So full context, Burnt Toast Live last night. This was part of it. And JD, who I guess was a part of the Uni Discord, he was on panel and I asked a question. So this is what comes from it.
That says, was JD around for the first days of Uni exposing JLR like back in 2012? His claims, not mine.
And by the way, we know that that's false. I was just asking because I have hunted high and low for these receipts that Uni claims that he debunked all of the Sandy Hook stuff and that JLR was part of it. It's non-existent so far, but I just wanted.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with her there because like I never heard of JLR until like UniBeck did a stream on him like this year. And I still never really knew or heard much about him. I heard the name and saw UniBeck was, I mean, because UniBeck will every so often stream about something other than Molly or nonsense or whatever. I rarely ever watch him because I never know who the fuck he's talking about. That's what JLR was. That's the camp that JLR fell in on his streams for me. So yeah. And I've been sadly paying kind of attention to Uni for several years now, and I've never heard him mention JLR before. I mean, maybe he has, but he's never talked about him, at least in depth or often or loudly.
To take the opportunity to ask somebody that was around or has been around Uni way longer than I have, and listen to the response.
No, I was not. I didn't really know Uni. I mean, I was around the internet, but I'd never spoken to Uni at that point.
I believe
he says I was around at the time because nope.
He didn't say JD was around.
I think his claim is that he
didn't say JD was around at that time. He's just claiming that he debunked JLR, and that's the reason why JLR ran off the internet. But this is the interesting part.
exposed JLR back in 2012, which is weird because I'm like,
I don't think it was that far back.
Didn't JLR go to jail or prison or something once or twice? Like maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong, but maybe that's why he wasn't on the internet after 2012. I mean, was he in jail then? That would make more sense if fucking UniBeck had any kind of effect on that, right?
Maybe he's getting his dates wrong. I would know for sure. By the way, nonsense. He fucking hates you so much. Seriously, you're always in his thoughts.
So he kind of lowers his voice a little bit, but he says, by the way, nonsense, he fucking hates you so much. And this is a grown man. This JD is an older man. He seems very intelligent, very articulate. I enjoyed listening to him. I was questioning, like, how did he, but he explained he thought Uni was nice enough. He was a gentleman, you know, he saw some problematic stuff, but took it and leave it. You know, I think he was there for gaming mostly. So people find a piece and they just, that's okay until it's not. But this is creepy.
You're all he talked about for like a month.
I'm all he talked about for a month. Dude, you just got married.
Probably still is. He really, really upset with nonsense.
He's really, really upset with nonsense. Instead of being upset with himself that he got caught up because he knew I was getting ready to expose him. And sorry, parts.
Wait. So I think someone's yelling for me. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. Fuck, what was I going to say? Damn it. Oh, no, I think I was going to address a comment or something. Oh, yeah, I was. Dash X here says, she had a meltdown because I found a new channel and used a familiar greeting. She just follows us around, it seems, but I've never in my life seen anyone that undifferentiated nor emotional stability. I think you mean instability, maybe. I think that's what you were trying to say. But are you talking about nonsense, though, right? Yeah, I know. I'm aware of JLR's like history with Sandy Hook and shit like that. And yeah, I'm not at all supportive of that. But the reason why I choose not to really bring it up or whatever is because it was so long ago. And from what I understand from like seemingly from his rep is that he's trying to repair, you know, I don't know, a new image, you know, like he's moving on from that. That's what he, you know, so I mean, he's trying to change from that's the impression I get. So who the fuck am I to try to tell him he can't do that, you know? Yes, it's okay. You were talking about her. All right, thank you, Dash. What was the familiar greeting you used though? I'm kind of curious. This is right. That's why I was asking. I'm curious.
Six will lay it out even closer. This had nothing to do with anything. He was trying to mirror Queen, but he was using Queen as a form of protection against me. He was trying to amp up the community against me. And it worked for some people. It absolutely did. It absolutely worked.
I mean, I guess the math is not mathing for me because I'm pretty sure JLR was in prison.
Yeah.
In 2012.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
If anybody's going to provide factual information, it's going to be burnt toast or heels in the air on that or deets on the streets. Like if that's where those people know what the hell they're talking about. Hey, Zero. Hey, Liza. I almost did it again. Starry Night. Yeah.
So basically you went into her chat, you greeted her and saying, hey, Ma or Mama or whatever, like you do everyone in my life and even your cat, you say. But who was, oh wait, familiar greeting. Oh, I see what you're saying. You found a new channel. Hers was the new channel you found. You walk in, you say some, you know, familiar greeting, you know, that everyone often says or whatever a lot of people say. And she went off on you. And okay, I got it. My bad. I misunderstood. Got it.
Tiger Talks. It's a little uncomfortable. Hey, Revival. Y'all, it's really uncomfortable because all I did was call him out on his problematic behavior. But he has sat here and told us all, look at
when the fuck did you do this? When? Because you did not do this for the longest time, at least not publicly. So for you to sit here and say, I tried speaking up for months and months, just no one heard me. They silenced me. I tried. I'm just as much of a victim for not being able to succeed in my efforts, you know, like for you to be like that, there should be some sort of evidence of you trying so hard. And if there isn't, then you guys must have had a pretty close and personal relationship for it to all have happened in private. And see, that's the thing. Even if you did have a close and personal relationship, I have a hard time that UniRock would have continued with that close and personal relationship if you just spent the majority of it calling him out on his shit behavior. I don't see him hanging around long for that after that. Just saying. I mean, I don't see most people hanging around after that, really.
Look at the antis. Look at the extremes. Look over there. Look at all their problematic behavior. Meanwhile, he's the exact same. He's no different. He just comes in a little bit more polished bubble to most people, but it's not him that comes in that polished bubble. It's the people.
Did she just say the UniRock is a polished bubble? Did she really just fucking say that? What makes her think that he's a polished bubble? And pop him then. Just fucking pop the bastard. Oh, wait, no, that sounded wrong. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. It didn't sound like that in my head. I did not mean it like that. But yeah, how is he polished? There's like, I think polished, I think like refined or something. Like, this is UniRock we're talking about here. All right? Nah, man.
Around him that come in that polished bubble. Navy's got a good voice that swoons on the ladies. Navy's just as manipulative as
oh, is that what did it for you for Navy? It was his voice. Just heard like the first time you just heard him speak and you just got all weak in the knees and started swooning for him. Is that it? Jesus Christ. Don't ever listen to BX Beast Boy then. Like, you might lose your shit there.
Uni. I'm sorry. I'm going to be truthful, but watching him sit by and cosign and condone the blatant lies and misinformation and not have the balls to stand up and say that's incorrect, Becky never did that, says a lot to me. And then
well, what about other people who didn't have the balls to do that? Because I'm willing to bet that we're going to go through UniRock shits and we're not going to see any examples of you having those balls. So unless you just have balls in private. But what good are balls in private, really? What good are private balls? If you can't publicly put your balls on display and just show that you have the balls, then it's like you don't even have the balls. So what good are shut up.
And knowing that they calculated movements to try and destroy my channel, not only lying about, and Navy, I hope you get this. He was a mod of mine.
Yeah, Navy, I hope you get this.
He had a wrench over here. So did UniRage, because I gave them unnecessary or undeserved respect.
Then why did you give it? Like, I'm so sick and tired of this. I mean, Katie does this all the time. Listen, if you are that incompetent in what you're doing and how you're using your platform and who you allow to be a part of your platform and whose platform you jump on, and then you're going to then turn it around and say, I didn't know. Like, I bought into it. They tricked me or they lied to me. No, you were incompetent. And listen, we're all incompetent at times. Okay. No one's on point 100% of the time. So, I mean, that's okay. But fucking admit it. Don't sit here and act like you have some sort of right or authority to shit when you are just displaying nothing but incompetence. Just own it. Move on from it. Try to improve. That's what all of us should do. But nah, you're not gonna. You're just going to keep passing the buck and be like, I'm just going to do the same shit over and over again. And it's just not going to ever be my fault. Like, at some point in time, you've got to realize what's the common denominator here.
Nady sat on my panel with me. Nady knows that I've never dropped. I don't even think we've ever dropped my Cash App link. I think it's only posted in my about section. And it drove me nuts for months. I actually talked to numerous people. How do I do this? Because it makes me uncomfortable. And those slimy bastards, and I'm cussing, sorry, don't really care. They tried to tell everybody that I was a dry beggar, that I do all these things. Meanwhile, I've never done any of it. But you know how—
Listen, sis. I'm not at all saying this through bias. I'm not at all saying this out of any kind of spite or anything. You do those things. Absolutely. Like, often. Again, I'm going to say at the very least, if you disbelieve you do those things, then you should at least acknowledge the fact that so many other people think you do those things. And you might want to ask yourself, why the fuck is that?
how many people just run with it because they say so? Because they say so. Not only did they weaponize Navy and Venice, but they got Julie involved. I didn't know Julie did a whole stream talking shit on me.
She did? I didn't know she did that. Does anyone know the link to that stream? I want to check this stream out.
Up until starting to edit through part 6, they were so proud of Julie going live to discuss all the community problems. I didn't even know Julie. Didn't even know Julie. Beefrigs, and that's totally fine. I'm not.
What the fuck do you care? I thought you weren't about this. You weren't a part of this community. You're not a part of the antis or whatever. What do you care what we say about you then? If this ain't your fucking community, if you did not insert yourself into our shit on the internet, what do you care what we're saying? Go back to your community or form your own or something. If you don't want to be here, then don't be here.
Encouraging anybody else. This is my experience, and I'm entitled to, I have no use for it. Navy was always good to me, but I didn't deserve any of that stuff. And I'm sorry, if you don't have the guts to come out and say what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, how are you any different? It's not a pick and choose. This isn't a personal issue. And that's my thing with this whole thing. Everybody becomes so personally invested, so personally targeted. Why? How?
You're claiming that people are coming after, threatening your kids. And you're sitting up there asking, why are people so fucking personally invested in this shit and so personally affected? Why? How? See, I agree with you. I don't know why so many people do get so personally invested in this. Because I understand having feelings and being upset or feeling the way we feel at times. But I just can't get over the fact that it's not real life. Like this isn't, nobody on the internet is talking to anyone in my real life. I'm not having to face this in its physical form in front of me. I do get affected. I do get offended at some things, but if the shit that I've seen and heard said and done about me behind my back or even right there in front of my face on the stream was done in real life, it would affect me much greater, but it doesn't because it's not being done in real life. So, I'm of the belief that I think some people shouldn't be that affected by it, but she's that person who falls in that category because she's always whining about how someone did this and someone did that. And she does what Katie does. If something allegedly happened to her or against her, then it's got to be this person's fault until she's mad at another person. Then it's their fault until she's mad at another person. Then it's their fault. Everyone gets lumped in together because it's not about actually finding the person who's culpable. It's about the attention she can get from it.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Let's go back to this. Okay. They also have no problem doing all of it preemptively and calling it a defense. So if you privately call them out, set healthier boundaries, or end the relationship, they may be afraid that you can see their.
Well, then they run the risk of you running to a live stream saying, this person is obsessed with me and won't stop contacting me. They're stalking me.
Their flaws, or that you will tell others what kind of person they are. Whether you do that or not, it is important to them. Because in their mind, the mere possibility of it is good enough excuse to label you as an enemy. And because a narcissistic type of person has little or no empathy, they may imagine that you will behave as they would in these situations. If they would lie, or more likely are already lying, they will accuse you of lying. This was written about these people. And so they will do all these things just because they think you are somehow trying to or might hurt them. They will also accuse you of the very things they are themselves doing.
The difference, though, between a narcissist and someone who's just actually calling you out on the lies is that the narcissist will never provide any kind of receipts because they don't have any, because it's just not true. They're accusing you of the very thing that they're doing. But someone who's just calling you out on your lying will show evidence, proof, receipts, whatever you want to call it. It's something to note there, nonsense.
Playing the victim, number 4. A common narcissistic strategy is to play the victim. You hurt me, poor me. Instead of working through the issue with you or internally, they have no problem dragging others into it by lying and painting you as the perpetrator in themselves.
Hey, nonsense. Any reason why you don't want to have that chat with me?
As the victim. Oftentimes, this involves the aforementioned preemptive strike or provoking to get a reaction. For example, destroying your property, slandering you, turning people against you, or physically attacking you. Physically attacking strangers over the internet, so that doesn't apply. Destroying property doesn't apply. And then when they respond and
intellectual property, I think, could, because you're trying to undermine and defame and just devalue other people's channels. So I think that, yeah, destroying property, I think, could actually apply here. I agree. I'm being a little bit Karen-esque here, stretching that or whatever. Sure, fine. But just, hey, sometimes I guess I'm a little Karen.
then when you respond appropriately to their active or passive aggression, now they can say that you are the aggressor because you are hurting them, or that you are unreasonable because of your wild, unacceptable behavior. Oh my God, have you guys seen how disgusting nonsense is? Have you seen nonsense raging? Oh my God, as they speed me up to 2 times, which does make me sound.
Okay, but here's the thing though. When myself and others, I'm sure, make these kinds of comments about you or streams or say these things, we don't then take them down and then sit there and say, I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. No, they stay up. So you can actually pull these things and you can use them against us. And when you make your claims, because sure, we absolutely said the things we said. However, why is it that when I go into some live stream chats and I look at the screen, the video playing from the old live, your name comes up on screen, you know, from the StreamYard's feature there, but yet it's gone in the live stream chat. Your comment is no longer there. Why is that, gaslighter? Huh?
Sound like a nut job when I'm going off. But also, they will blatantly get other people to just make.
It's unleashed, exposed, but exposed is spelled with an X, not EX. That's the name of the channel where you will find the live stream in which she removed all of her shit, but the you know, the person doing the stream kept putting it up on the screen there throughout the stream. And that happens a lot, a fucking real lot. Or oftentimes you'll see the name or the comment come up on screen and they'll have a username. But then when you look over to the live stream chat, because, you know, that's not just something recorded on screen. That's something that's, you know, connected. So when you look over to the live stream chat, you'll find the comment, but oftentimes it'll have a different username. So then that will show that person changed their handle name on YouTube and then just, you know, whatever. And sometimes you find that that's pretty fucking interesting when you see the difference in behavior between their screen names. There's a couple people now where I've caught it like that anyways. But yeah, I haven't found that yet with nonsense or anything. I'm just pointing that out, whatever.
Lies up. Hence, I doxed Uni in a short. Never happened. Never happened. Never fucking happened. It's callous and calculated. And again, it involves accusing you of the things that they themselves are doing or have done. So it's not uncommon that the audience of this dramatic spectacle doesn't see the whole picture.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Actually here.
Or doesn't care enough to figure out the full story. And that's
so we're about 35 minutes. I'm going to kill this now because I got to get dressed still. But let me go into a mod chat here real quick. Oh my, there's a lot of shit in here I didn't look at. Not sure. Oh, I didn't even see it. Okay, thanks, Claire. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, where, huh? What's the name of it? Yeah, I don't have my glasses. I have a new script of glasses. Anyways, they're not going to be until like the 20th, they said. So I probably couldn't see it anyway. What's the name of the account? The images are small. Well, poor guy. Yeah, I don't see it. What's the name? Okay, thank you. Let's see here. Wait, I'm on my. Oh, I'm not even on my. I'm not even looking at mine, am I? I'm an idiot. Oh my God, I'm not even looking at my chat. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. Thank you. I'm sorry. Oh shit. All right. Yep, I see that. All right. Oh wait, reload. Okay, yeah, all right. So I'm going to be putting a user, I'm hiding a user right now because of their profile picture. And just, yeah, I don't know if you're in here for the purpose of just flaunting this profile picture to try to, like, I don't know, harm or troll or something, or if you just genuinely want to display this. Either way, I don't feel comfortable allowing it to remain as a image in my live stream chat or on my channel. So you're more than welcome to come back with a different image, a more appropriate image than that. And okay. So I'm looking at the comments here. Thank you for spotting that, guys. I never would have known. I never would have seen it, which isn't saying much for them. Okay, on that note, I am going to wrap this up. I have to get ready for work. I have to get dressed and then get out the door. So I might stream like late tonight. I'm supposed to work until like 11:30. Might get out early, so maybe around midnight. But I think I might want to try and wait till tomorrow because I'm not working tomorrow. I get a day off. So I don't know. See. Either way, I'll put a notice up like at least 15 minutes ahead of time and give you guys ample opportunity to be there if you want. I'm an asshole. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. Have a good day, evening, wherever you are. Bye.